You've heard James say it a million times. Respect the Polygon. At Weather Call, we make the Polygon better. We call, text, or email you so you'll always know when you're in danger. No matter who you are, there's a Weather Call solution right for you. Check us out at weathercallservices.com.
It's the morning weather briefing. This is for Thursday, the 6th of June. I'm James Spann. Alabama's weather still featuring a few showers and thunderstorms this morning, but dry air begins to push in from the north later today. And statewide, we're expecting rain-free weather tomorrow and Saturday, and then maybe a few showers around Sunday. A lot to talk about this morning. This is the upper air look across the country. And again, there's kind of a weak, wavy zonal flow here across the deep south. An upper low that's north of Minnesota. And a long wave trough will be slowly forming over the eastern third of the country. That'll help to push in that drier air later today. We'll check the radar this morning as the day begins. It's about 5:07 this morning, and you can see a band of showers and thunderstorms in areas east and south of Birmingham. From near Pell City down to Lay Lake, near Clanton, Selma in Dallas County. Got some thunder and lightning. These storms are not severe. And those will keep on pushing to the east and south. And by afternoon, the better chance of any showers will likely be down across the far southern part of the state. In fact, speaking of that, let's go down south. Here's a look at the Mobile radar. And again, you can see spotty showers across southwest Alabama. And it looks like Monroeville getting a decent downpour early this morning. Got a few showers in Mobile and Baldwin counties. But again, the rest of the state is rain-free. Here's a look at the radar composite, putting all the radars together across the deep south. We are in the 70s in most spots to start today. Got a few spots in the 60s over northwest Alabama. Highs in the upper 80s for most communities today, which is about average for this part of June. There's the watch warning map. It's a calm morning for the eastern third of the country. We've got excessive heat warning still for parts of the deserts of Arizona and California, Nevada, Phoenix, and Las Vegas. Here's the severe weather outlook today. Got a marginal risk on the Atlantic coast from the coast of the Carolinas up to New York City and interior New York. A marginal risk for the east coast of Florida. And a small marginal risk over parts of west Oklahoma and the Texas Panhandle. This is tomorrow. Got a risk of severe storms out across the Great Plains. And on day 3, which is Saturday, a marginal risk from southern Missouri and northern Arkansas over into the plains of Colorado. Here's the rain for the next 7 days, and really not a lot for Alabama. Most locations getting under 1/2 inch. In fact, some spots getting under 1/4 of an inch. And this is valid through Thursday morning of next week. And it looks like we might see a few spotty showers Sunday and then maybe another surge of dry air coming in here for parts of next week. And the tropics remain quiet on this 6th day of the hurricane season. No tropical storm formation expected across the Atlantic basin for the next 7 days. So model fans, here we go, the GFS. This is the 06Z run, valid today at 4. You can see the trough developing over the eastern third of the country, a heat ridge to the west, and again, a surface front pushing in here today. And we think by afternoon, the better chance of showers will be across South Alabama. This is the high-resolution HRRR. And let me just say, the HRRR didn't do well yesterday. And it's been struggling, and it always struggles with summer convection, but it's just been having a tough time. But having said that, I think this is a reasonable idea of what the radar might look like this evening at 6 o'clock. A few scattered showers over the southern half of the state. North Alabama dry, highs in the upper 80s today. And then tomorrow, the dry air takes over statewide. Not a shower from the Tennessee Valley to the Gulf Coast. How about that? Highs mid-80s, the sky will be sunny. Same thing on Saturday to start the weekend. It's very odd not to mention scattered storms on a summer day, but that's going to be the case Saturday. The sky's sunny, and again, some of the cooler pockets could be in the 50s Saturday morning. That'll feel good. But the high Saturday should be close to 90. Dry air heats and cools very efficiently, so for some spots, they'll start the day about 58. They'll wind up close to 90 by afternoon. Now, Sunday, evidence another surface front could be approaching from the north. And this is suggesting a chance of showers initially over the Tennessee Valley Sunday afternoon and maybe statewide Sunday night. And then Monday, the better chance of showers over the southern quarter of the state, and a new surge of dry air pushes in from the north. High Monday in the middle 80s. And looky here, Tuesday, another shower-free day for the state. And again, some spots may be reaching the 50s to start the day. The high will be in the 80s. Wednesday looking rain-free. And a week from today, this is Thursday, June the 13th. Got the heat ridge off to the west. And evidence of a little tropical low here on the GFS and the southern Gulf, and maybe a few showers for South Alabama. Let's go out 10 days. This is Saturday, June 15th. Had a pretty nasty heat bubble out there around the Four Corners back in the western states. And again, the GFS wants to develop a tropical low, and it's going to do that a lot this season. And as we caution you here, the GFS is famous for these tropical systems that never happen in the 10 to 15 day range. Could it happen? Yes, but just don't plan on it. Having said that, for now, this particular run shows a tropical type low, not especially strong, south of the coast of Louisiana, moving up in the direction of Sabine Pass. And we would be in a moist air mass with a chance of showers and storms. But again, I caution you, there's a good chance that thing will just vanish in future runs. We'll watch for trends. Now, this is interesting. This is the European ensemble rain for the next 15 days. And look at that really big spread out there toward June 20th to the 25th. Some of the members want to bring in 8 inches of rain here. And I would imagine that's a couple of the members thinking a tropical low might move up in here. But you look at the mean, you throw out the outliers. And the mean is running a little under 2 inches between now and the 21st of June. Temperatures coming off the NBM, National Blend of Models. 80s today and tomorrow. Then for the weekend, highs around 90. But again, look at Saturday morning, 61. And some spots could be in the 50s. So we go from a cool, refreshing morning to a high close to 90. But that's a sign the air is dry. And, of course, the dew points will be low. So that 90 won't feel that bad. Next week, 80s for the first half of the week, and then back up around 90 toward the end of the week. And the latest 8 to 14-day guidance. This is for June 13th through June 19th. Showing temperatures above average over much of the contiguous United States, maybe a little below average back in the far northwestern corner. So, wow, things escalated quickly yesterday about 6:30, 7 o'clock. We had a batch of storms that moved into the western part of Alabama. And, of course, we had these impressive shelf clouds. That is a shelf cloud on the leading edge of a storm. This has nothing to do with a wall cloud, nothing to do with a tornado, but some very impressive shelf clouds across the state yesterday. And for sky watchers, these summer storms can produce some very, very impressive formations. And again, those were all captured yesterday between about 6:30 and 7:30. Of course, a lot of cloud-to-ground lightning. And you got to love a good time lapse with these things. Absolutely love these. That's a look at one of the shelf clouds there. And again, they ramped up in intensity coming into West Alabama, and we had trees down in many areas. Take a look at another time lapse here. And we had about 25,000 power outages at one point. And looking at the images, the videos here, almost everything we saw was consistent with thunderstorm winds. Tornadoes here are very, very rare in summertime, in June, July, August, unless there's a tropical system involved. And, of course, severe thunderstorm warnings were issued. And this was the warning issued at 6:30. This was the one for Lamar, Marion, Fayette. Ultimately, warnings were issued for most counties in advance of that line over the western part of the state. And just a reminder that, again, we have to do a better job of getting people to pay attention to these. For those that live, let's say, and I think a lot of the damage, the significant damage we saw was in Marion County, tree damage. And again, the warning went off at 6:30, and your weather radio should have sounded. And of course, in the text of the warning, we had the hazard 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and penny-sized hail, and it looks like that's what produced most of the tree damage. Now, having said that, there was a very, very brief tornado warning issued at 6:46 for the far northwestern corner of Marion County. This did not include Hamilton, Winfield, Ewan, Brilliant, just that far, far northwestern part of the county, and it didn't stay in effect for long. But having said that, there was another little rotation that showed up around Winfield, and the Weather Service will be looking to see if by chance a very small tornado could have been involved. That's the reflectivity there, and this is the velocity there. And you can see something was trying to spin, and the Weather Service will go in and take a look at that to see if maybe a brief tornado was involved in Winfield. But again, most of the damage was caused by those straight-line winds yesterday. But thankfully, we do not expect a repeat performance of that today. So tomorrow going to be at Woodland Forest Elementary School in Tuscaloosa for a summer program there. Don't forget a book signing Saturday in Hayden, Blount County, at Psalm 34 Bakery and Catering. That's right there on Highway 160. We're going to be there between 10 and 1. And we'll have Weathering Life. All you can do is pray. All the children's books, Benny and Chipper, The Wonder of Thunder, Prepared Not Scared, the cool weather dweeb shirts and everything. We have a lot of fun at these things. So, hey, come see us. Hayden, Psalm 34 Bakery and Catering. That's from 10 until 1 on Saturday. And, of course, we invite you to watch us on television this evening, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.